Now please see. Now I am going to define in two different cases. First, I will change the voltage and frequency both in such a way that V by F ratio will remain constant. So, case number one, when you can say when V by F is constant. Since V by F is proportional to phi m, since V by F is proportional to phi m, which is proportional to Bm, so one can say V by F is constant, that is Bm is a constant. One may ask me, sir, what do you mean by V by F ratio constant? Let us suppose we have a 440 by 220 volt 50 hertz transformer, and now I am going to use the transformer on 220 volt 110, 220 by 110 at 25 hertz. So both the voltage and the frequency on both sides will be decreased by 50%. So it means V by F ratio will remain the same. So under such a condition, when voltage and frequency are changing in such a way that V by F ratio will remain constant, you can say the maximum operating flux density will remain constant. So what happens to hysteresis loss? As hysteresis loss is proportional to F into Bm to the power x, you can say, sir, since Bm is constant, it means hysteresis loss is now proportional to frequency F only. If we decrease the frequency, you can say, sir, the loss is decreasing. Hysteresis loss decreases. If we increase the frequency, you can say, sir, the hysteresis loss increases. But the condition is we have to keep V by F ratio constant. It means increment and decrement in field. So it can be observed that till Bm is constant, hysteresis loss is proportional to a frequency. Further, if you observe eddy current loss, then eddy current loss is proportional to F square into Bm square. So one can say, sir, since Bm is constant, eddy current loss is proportional to square of the frequency. Yes, of course, eddy current loss is proportional to square of the frequency when V by F ratio is constant. In most of the book, you found that eddy current loss is given, that eddy current loss is proportional to applied voltage square. That is also true, because when V by F is constant, it means V is proportional to F, and if V is proportional to F and if eddy current loss is proportional to F square, you can replace that F by V square. However, I want to keep it as F square, so that you will know that when frequency of flux is 0, there will be no eddy current loss, because when the frequency is 0, there will be no d phi by dt in iron core. So there are unwanted eddy current that flows into the iron core iron, that will not flow. Okay, so eddy current loss is now proportional to F square. We can observe if Bm is constant, it means when V by F is constant, eddy current loss is proportional to F square, while hysteresis loss is proportional to F. Okay, now again, if V by F ratio is not constant, sir, one may ask, sir, what is this? Why V by F is not constant? If voltage is changing and frequency is changing, then maybe the two are not proportional to each other. Means maybe the voltage decreased by 10% while frequency is decreased by 20%. Or you can say, sir, voltage is decreased by 10% while frequency is increased by 20%. So anything. So when V by F is not constant, case number 2, when V by F is not constant. Again, let us suppose we have 440 by 220 volt 50 hertz transformer, and now I am using the same transformer at 440 by 220 volt 60 hertz. So it means the V by F ratio will not remain constant. Okay, so if V by F ratio is not constant, it means Bm is not constant, as Bm is proportional to V by F. The greatest advantage of proportionality sign is that we can avoid all the constants. So you can say, sir, V by F is proportional to Bm. If V by F is not constant, then Bm is not constant. So we can say hysteresis loss, which is proportional to F into Bm to the power x, can be represented as, since because of this proportionality sign, I am replacing this Bm by V by f. So you can say if f into V by f to the power x. Further, you can say, sir, f into, let x to be equals to 1.6. However, keep in mind this x is the estimate's constant which is specified in the question. Maybe it is given to you 2 or 1.5. If there is no data given for estimate's constant, you can treat it as 1.6. So, V by f to the power 1.6. You can say, sir, hysteresis loss is now proportional to V to the power 1.6 by f to the power 0.6. By seeing this, you can say, sir, hysteresis loss is behaving differently, entirely different in case when V by f is not constant. Because when V by f is constant, hysteresis loss is proportional to frequency, and if V by f is not constant, however voltage will remain same, then you can say hysteresis loss is inversely proportional to frequency. So both are entirely different. You can say hysteresis, by increase in frequency, now hysteresis loss decreases. One can ask, sir, if the frequency is decreasing, then why hysteresis loss is increasing? Keeping the voltage remaining same, if the frequency is decreasing, then why hysteresis loss is increasing? Now please observe. For that, if you go with the BH curve, what happens? You can see, sir, BH curve is this. Okay. So, the area under the BH curve is defined as hysteresis loss. If the frequency is decreased, it means magnetizing current increases. With the increase in magnetizing current, one can say, sir, maximum operating flux increases. Maximum operating flux increases means what happened? Sir, now this will be the magnetization curve, and you can say, sir, from BH curve now we can observe this will be the curve. So you can say, sir, if this will be the curve, definitely the area, extra area will be under the curve. And this extra area is representing that with the decrease in frequency, your hysteresis loss is increasing. Because physically you can understand this. The residual magnetism will become more stronger if we are operating the transformer under deep saturation. Okay. While if the transformer will operate under normal operating conditions, you can say under normal flux region, you can say the hysteresis area under the BH curve is lower because the coercive field required will be lower. Or you can say, sir, the dipoles which are aligned in one direction, less number of dipoles are aligned in one direction, which results in less residual magnetism. However, in case if we operate the transformer in 1/2 cycle to a very deep saturation, if the core goes into the deep saturation, then you can say more number of dipoles are remained aligned in one direction, and that is why more force, or you can say more power, is required to de-aligning them and then aligning in the reverse direction on the other half cycle. It means your area under BH curve is increasing, though the frequency is decreasing, but area under the BH curve is increasing because the transformer goes into the deep saturation. So that is why your hysteresis loss is increasing. Though the frequency is decreasing, hysteresis loss is increasing when V by F is not constant. And further observe, for eddy current loss, when V by F is not constant, eddy current loss is proportional to F square into Bm square. Now since Bm is proportional to V by F and eddy current loss is proportional to F square into Bm square, because of this proportionality sign I can replace this Bm by V by F square. F square will cancel out, so you can say, sir, eddy current loss is proportional to V square if V by F is not constant. So almost eddy current loss is, in both the cases, eddy current loss is proportional to V square. However, hysteresis loss in V by F constant region, hysteresis loss is proportional to frequency, and when V by F is not constant, then hysteresis loss is proportional to V to the power 1.6 by F to the power 0.6. Okay. So it means, though I have mentioned the total efficiency of the transformer onto the nameplate of the transformer, if you are not operating the transformer at a specified voltage and specified frequency, then definitely the core loss, which you treat as a constant loss, is going to be changed. So if you change the operating condition defined by the designer, definitely you will not achieve the efficiency defined by the designer. The losses are going to be affected. Not only the core loss, if you change the operating conditions that is recurrent, you can also say that the copper loss is also going to be changed and entire efficiency is going to be affected. Okay. So we have to keep in mind, when V by F is constant, then what happens to the total loss, and when V by F is not constant, then what will be the total copper loss. Okay, please see. A small note. See, we have to keep this note in our mind. When V by F ratio is constant, when V by F ratio is a constant, when V by F ratio is a constant, that is Bm is constant. When V by F ratio is constant means maximum operating flux is constant, flux density, maximum operating flux density is constant. So when V by F ratio is constant, one can say the total core loss is hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss, and hysteresis loss is Kh into F into Bm to the power x, better to say Kh into F into Bm to the power x plus Ke into F square into Bm square. So, sir, since V by F ratio is constant, it means Bm is constant, and when Bm is constant, you can take Bm to the power x in the constant Kh. So including, so you can say Kh and Bm to the power x both can be represented as one constant Kh dash into F plus Ke into Bm to the square can be represented as a constant Ke dash into F square. This is your total core loss Pt. One can say, sir, Pt by F is watts per hertz. Okay, so the total core loss per hertz can be represented as Ke dash into F plus Kh dash. One can say, sir, this is a equation of a straight line having y is equals to mx plus c, where m is the slope, it is represented by Ke dash, x is the frequency, and Kh dash is the line constant. Pt by F is representing a y-axis. Okay, so you can say, sir, this equation can be represented by a straight line. The benefit of using this straight line is that once we know about the position of loss at one point, we can find the loss at any operating frequency. So see, frequency versus, if I plot a curve, draw a line between frequency versus watt per hertz, that is Pt by F. So you found that it can be represented by a straight line, y is equals to mx plus c, where m is Ke dash, slope of this line, and the y intersection is representing Kh dash, as well as this is your Ke dash, H dash and F. Okay, so once you know about one point, you can find for any other point. Okay, so this is very important, keep it in mind that this condition is true when V by F ratio is a constant. It can be represented by a straight line. Okay, let's see some questions also on this, after the questions we will again talk what is V by F, what happens if voltage is not increasing and frequency is increasing, then what happens in the real. Okay, let's discuss it before. See, okay, please observe, if we have 250 volt by 110 volt 50 hertz transformer, and I want to operate it at, let us suppose I have got one transformer from some developed nation whose grid frequency is 60 hertz. So their transformers are designed for 60 hertz. You can say, sir, let us suppose we get a transformer in auction and the transformer is of 220 volts by 440 volts, 60 hertz. And now we want to operate this transformer on our grid. Our grid is of 50 hertz. And now we want to operate as we got it in auction in a very cheaper price. So we just import it from the 60 hertz country, and now now I am going to use it on 50 hertz supply. So if I operate this transformer, if operated at the same voltage level but 50 hertz, at same voltage level but 50 hertz, then what happened? Sir, V by F is not constant. Either you can observe the HV side voltage frequency ratio or you can observe the LV side voltage frequency ratio, because in transformer you can apply source on any side, HV side or LV side. It totally depends on your application whether you need to step down or you need to step up. So we can say V by F ratio, that is high voltage side of this divided by frequency, or you can say, sir, low voltage side of this divided by frequency. Okay, so you can observe, sir, previously the transformer is designed for 440 by 60 hertz. One can also say 220 by 60 hertz, because in transformer both sides the frequency will remain same. So you can say, sir, however, now it is using at 440 volt 50 hertz. So whether V by F ratio is constant or not, you can say, sir, V by F ratio is not constant and we are decreasing the frequency. So since V by F is proportional to, please observe, this is just in order to understand. Again, please keep in mind this note. Since V by F is proportional to phi m, so if voltage V increases or frequency F decreases, then if voltage V increases or frequency F decreases, then you can say, sir, if frequency decreases, it means maximum operating flux of the transformer increases. With a rise in this, you can say, sir, transformer goes into deep saturation. Transformer goes into deep saturation. So if V by F ratio is not constant, then transformer may goes into the deep saturation. If this frequency, decrement in the frequency is very high, then you can say transformer goes into deep saturation and definitely the losses are increasing. Also, if the material is a soft magnetic material, then also if the frequency is reduces by very low, then you can say transformer core may get permanently magnetized in one direction. So we never operate the high frequency design transformer at low frequency. We can operate the transformer designed for higher frequency at more higher frequency, but we cannot operate the transformer on lower frequency, otherwise your material will become, you can say, the iron core gets saturated, losses will increases. Is it okay? However, if someone take the transformer of 50 hertz and now he is going to use on 60 hertz, then what happened? Since the frequency is increasing, however the voltage will remain same, so the maximum operating flux decreases. Maximum operating flux decreases means the transformer will not go into the deep saturation, and so you can say, sir, area under the BH curve is also decreasing, you can say losses is decreasing. So you can operate the transformer designed for high frequency at more high frequency, but cannot operate the transformer designed for high frequency on low frequency. Okay. So keep in mind that V by F is proportional to phi m. So if voltage V increases or frequency F decreases, then flux increases and core becomes saturated. And core becomes saturated. So high frequency transformer can operate at more higher frequency, but it cannot operate at lower frequency on same voltage rating. Whenever you have to decrease the frequency, you must have to decrease the voltage level also, otherwise your core will get saturated. Okay. So Now I have concluded this topic. I am hoping this concept is delivered to you, and now you can easily understand the numericals. I will take some of them so that the topic will be more comfortable to you.